So, what I do with, I should maybe present myself. So, I'm obviously from IsoTek, and what we are doing here is comparing with or without power conditioning or power filters. I shouldn't say power conditioning because we are not conditioning power, we are filtering it. So how we do that is that I have everything connected now up to standard IKEA distribution block and standard black cables. I will play you a track or a bit of a track with that, and then I will move up to our entry-level Polaris and play the same track again and see if you can hear any differences. So let's play some music, and the volume staying there, and it will go automatically back to where it was when I put the power on again, so you will see that. And play. Stop it there.
Sounded pretty good.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good already.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's not the worst room you can have, actually.
No, there's not too much to be bouncing off of.
No. So, out with the standard cables and in with Polaris filtering and our cables. And we'll play soon again, if I just can get this connected. Someone said I should be able to do this blindfolded now after a whole weekend, but still takes a little bit of time. So now everything's connected to the Polaris and our cables, and we'll play again. That was with filter. What do you think?
Sounded tighter.
Yeah.
My immediate
Also
thought was.
bigger.
Yeah.
Wider soundstage.
Yeah.
Even though there's walls there, obviously.
Yeah, no, but it does. That's what I also, when I'm testing the room and all that, I feel that the sound stage gets bigger. Especially if you sit in the middle, that's of course the best way to experience that. And also it's tighter, as you said. That's the first thing you hear is the bass. It's like in control. And of course it gets quieter in the background on this more quieter areas in the track.
So what is the science behind a filtered mains conditioning system as opposed to just going straight into the mains?
in our
What is it designed to cut out? What frequencies are you saying are interfering with your soundstage?
We are trying to stop everything that is on the mains that shouldn't be there. So everything but the 50 hertz we are trying to remove. Of course, there's limits for what you can do, and with a simple filter like the Polaris we had now, there's limitations, of course, because the design is like there's a filter in the middle, and all the connectors are connected like this, so they all have to go through the filter before they see each other. So when the amp is connected here and the CD player here, there will be kind of a separation in between, so the noise from the amp doesn't reach the CD player and vice versa. And that's of course a limitation with one filter. But when you get up to our series, the Electra and up, you have separated, or 6 separated filters inside instead of 1, and then you get a much better separation in between each outlet. And that also does a lot. And this is what we do different from very many other filter manufacturer, because we do the separation. We think that is a really important thing, to keep the noise from each product away from each other.
So question, some say that it's not a good idea to plug your main amp, power amp, into the filter.
Absolutely, and that's correct when you design a filter with a choke that actually chokes or delay the power coming through. But we don't do that. So both our bars here, they are designed as a high power outlet. There's no restriction in it. And here, when you go up to our chassis products, and you have 6 separate filters, we can actually make each filter for a specific. So we make 2 for high power, and that's made in the same way as here. There's no restrictions, so you will not lose any dynamics, because it has always been a big problem with filters. They take dynamics, but as you can hear with my demo, it's actually more dynamic when you put the filter on. So we have dealt with this forever, because this is how the whole thing started with Keith. He bought a filter that actually did take the dynamics out of his system more than 20 years ago, and then he pulled it up on his kitchen counter and opened it up and started trying to figure out how can we build this without losing dynamics. So that's the